I find this really interesting because last year around this time, we had this first look poster of a cloud with a kite-like figure towards the end. So it's like a floating kite up there, up in the sky, but it was a floating cloud up there with the end of the tail of what the kite actually looks like. So what did we actually think this movie was going to be about when we saw this poster for the very first time? Me, I actually really did think it was going to be alien related, but I was not too sure. There's going to be a floating cloud that this destroys everything down below, like a thunderstorm, and never-ending thunderstorm towards the on our soil on Earth. So there was a lot of talks of what this movie would actually be about. And the title of this movie was called Nope, which I thought was actually clever. There's a reason why the movie is called Nope. But before I actually get there, let's start talking in depth of this movie, what this story was actually about. So what this story is actually about is the story, to tell the truth, there is a lot of different story to it. There's like 3 different stories in here, maybe a little more than that. But it really goes in the background of these brother and sister, and them losing their dad to this cloud-like figure, whatever the heck is going on there in Santa Clarita. Yeah, this was set in Santa Clarita in California, which makes it really fun because it's an actual place for once. Usually when you get into these movies, they usually change cities with different names, but no, they're in Santa Clarita, which I thought was pretty cool, which is down south in California. And it's out there in the mountains. You don't know what's going on. And this house is just out there alone. So you know something's going to happen in this movie. It's just not centered on that, but there's a town nearby just as well too. Also have an amusement park in there called Jupiter's Claim, which is a really interesting figure. The Jupiter's Claim is really a Western sort of theme. And it really gives a really good depth of the story, I'd say. Even the amusement park by itself gives a good story to this movie, I gotta say. And each and every character that is inside this movie give us more depth as it is, but the brother and sister is really the main focus of this movie, along with this incident that actually happened a while back ago with this crazy monkey attacking this sitcom family. And there's a lot in here. They actually find out why they are showing this. This is exactly why I got a little confused with this. It's just showing, why they're actually showing this. But there is reason, believe it or not, towards the end of the movie. And I gotta say right away, if you know Jordan Peele's movie like Us and Get Out, this is one of those first ones I gotta say, you really gotta think what's going on and why are they actually showing these footage from what was in the past. In the past, once again, this is not a spoilers video, so I think I'll be fine saying stuff like this without giving anything away. But there's a certain incident with the monkey. There was a sitcom, and of course there was a chimpanzee that went a little wild and killed quite a few people. But that's all I'm going to say from there. I want you to see the movie because I really actually do think the movie is interesting, cleverly. And I gotta say, this story is beyond weird and creepy and disturbing at the same time, I gotta say. So what I gotta say, this movie was a fun trip of a movie, but I felt this movie was a little too long, this as well too. They really could have shortened things with this movie. I did hear this movie was actually supposed to be 3 hours and 45 minutes around there, maybe like 4 hours. So what did they actually cut from this film? Because this movie, which would have stretched out that far, what would they have actually done? Will they actually give us a background, once again, on these characters that are in the movie? So right away, we have Daniel Khalili, if I'm pronouncing his name right, Keke Palmer. So Daniel was actually in the movie Get Out, which is, I really, really liked a lot. I liked what Jordan Peele actually did with this movie. We know Jordan Peele as a comedian, but he's been more intense with these thrillers, horror movies lately. It seems like it's a certain formula to it. He's like the new M. Night of this generation, just as well, too. But not that close, because M. Night is actually pretty good with this film, with his last film being Old, which I thought was really cool. But this movie, Nope, really gives credit to Jordan Peele's new thriller horror movie. And once again, I talked about amusement park in this movie as well too. That was almost like a king figure in this film. There's certain things that really come into effect into this movie and what you will actually see towards the end of the movie just as well. So they give you kind of certain hints as it is. But I really think you had to give great performance to Daniel and Keke in this film. I thought they did an outstanding job. If you did not realize too, Keke Palmer actually had a voice in the new Buzz Lightyear movie. This as well too. So Lightyear was the movie. She's a talented young lady. I can't wait to see what sort of thing she would actually do. I won't be surprised with Jordan Peele's next movies in the future if he starts adding Keke to his films along with Daniel once again. Oh my gosh, Get Out. I know. I'm setting my mind on Nope right now, but Daniel in the movie Get Out, which is outstanding. It's a different story of horror thriller movie, I gotta say. And going on to Nope this once again, I want to shoot out to see if you guys actually know something about this movie. If you saw the title Nope, if it was abbreviated by something, what would it actually, you think it might actually say? So use the N and O, the P and E. What do you actually think that might actually spell? And I feel with me saying this, if you actually really thought in depth what this might actually be by, we might actually know what this movie actually would have been about if we actually knew this ahead of time. So if you thought not of planet Earth, you got the Nope right there. N, not, O, of, and P, planet, and of course E as the Earth. That's an interesting theory, don't you guys actually think? And hearing these words, not of planet Earth, if you were to hear this right away when the press that actually came out last year, you would actually think, yeah, it's going to be dealing with alien ones. We got a UFO going on here. But what is the main story of it? Even though you saw the trailer to this, there's more that meets the ice. And I got to say, there's a lot more detail in this movie that you actually might see. But again, I said, I don't know if I covered, if you guys did not know, this movie should have been, it would have been without no cuts or nothing, like 3 hours to 45 minutes to 4 hours. I wonder what they actually deleted in this movie. I wonder if it was certain things like that background history, stuff like that, or more in depth what's going on with this UFO concept. I'm not getting anything away by that because if you've seen the trailer, you see UFO, the certain UFO going around town, and it's all a big mystery in the air, don't you guys actually think? And well, of course, certain background like not NASA or somebody actually come out to the site and actually deal with this UFO. That's the thing I did like about this film. I'm gonna say right away that there's no background of some sort of like NASA or something like that, or the government actually having to deal with this. It all deals with the characters that are in the film, the brother and sister. And we got other characters relating to what this big monkey incident back in the past in this film. They actually nailed everything really down really good. Well, once again, I did this there. I think they showed too much because with this movie being over 2 hours long, I felt this movie was dragged a little bit. I felt this movie could have been shrunk down to maybe like an hour, 40 minutes, something like that. I felt like the movie could have been a little, but I felt like there was too much to actually be told, believe it or not. And that's the first time you can actually hear me say it, because I just thought there was too much detail about backgrounds and not having to deal with the main plot itself, which is this big cloud-like figure in this UFO. What is going on here? So that's what I really wanted to see, was more depth story. I did like the way how that they actually deal with it, with the brother and sister. And we also have somebody, a worker from Fry's, actually, believe it or not. They, in this movie, this as well too, having to deal with this whole concept with the brother and sister, trying to figure out how to bring this UFO down and what they actually do. And why is the movie called Nope? Well, if you've seen the trailer, there's the movie actually mentioned Nope a number of times. I tried to keep track how many times they actually said it in the movie, but I never could actually get it. But the other thing is, if you saw the trailer once again, yeah, Nope was a big word, and yep was also another word this as well too. So for the first time of reviewing here, I'm using a grading system called the Nope and Yep system. So how would I rate this film? A yep, believe it or not. So I feel I was gonna on the curve of being Nope or a yep as a 50-50 chance of what this rating will actually be, but the yep is actually there. If I actually did have a grading system, this is what used in this film. I wanted to do something fun with this, of course, but I probably would have gave it like a straight up B this as well too. But I'm using the Nope and Yep system in this video. The Yep is a great, and I gotta say, I feel this could be a good theater experience since the movie was actually shot in, some shots were actually shot on IMAX. And I did actually see it in IMAX theater, and I thought it was pretty, I thought it was pretty cool, believe it or not. But going back to this amusement park inside the movie of Nope, Jupiter's Claim, you can now experience this in the backlot tour at Universal Studios Hollywood. So I'm looking forward to going back there once again. I've seen footage here on YouTube, believe it or not, and it looks really cool. So that's one additional, 5-10 minutes added more to the tour. It's usually like 45 minutes to an hour. Now it's like more like an hour, 5 minutes, an hour, 10 minutes long of a tour. It's still worth it though. I like the backlot tour at Universal Studios Hollywood. But anyways, I'm gonna start wrapping things up. Once again, my name is Ryan. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. the movies. See you guys later. Bye.